video, I will show you different tools that are available to perform some operations with regards to fetch XML in the XRM toolbox. Now, XRM toolbox is a third party tool which are available for Power Platform or Dynamics CRM developers to perform some operations or view some results uh, within the Dynamics or Power Platform environment for a specific action. Now, fetch XML is one of that particular topic which I would like to cover. Now, there are many tools, but I've just picked like three or four tools which get involved with the fetch XML scenario. Now, there is a tool called as FetchXml Builder, FetchXml Tester, FetchXml View Record Counter, data migration using FetchXML. Now, these are the tools which you can utilize to perform an operation on FetchXML. Like if you want to test the FetchXML code which you have written, or maybe if you want to craft a FetchXML code, if you think like coding is like a complex task, then you get a UI through which you can craft that FetchXML. Now, all this tool has its own different purpose. So these are the tools by different developers who has provided to the community, like FetchXML Builder, which is like a famous tool built by Jonas Rapp, FetchXML Tester by MSCRM Tools, data migration using FetchXML by Beaver, FetchXML View Record Counter by Barry's Canlica, Maven's Business Solution. Now, all this tool perform different actions. Now, FetchXML View Record Counter, as you see over here in this tool can let you know the fetch XML for that view. So in the screen over here, you can select any table within your environment. Once you load the table, you see the views, and then from within the views, you can see the fetch XML. So if you want to know all the views within your Power Platform environment, like I want to know the fetch XML for that specific view, yes, you can use this tool, and then you can even execute. Okay, and then you get the result. You can format the XML in this tool. Then we have FetchXml Tester. Now here you can uh, craft your own XML, Fetch XML. You can execute the Fetch XML, you get the response, and you can even format the Fetch XML. So we are going to write some simple Fetch XML code, and then we can execute that. Data migration using Fetch XML. So if you want to say migrate the content from one environment to another, and if you have a fetch xml code, then you have an option to specify the source instance, specify the target instance, and you need to have the fetch xml in a file. So you can have say abcd.xml file which will contain the fetch xml code, and then you add that fetch xml over here, and then you say transfer data, and then with the help of the fetch xml code, the data gets transferred from a source system to a target system. Now this is useful when you want to do some sort of a data migration, a light data migration. You can go ahead and use this tool. Finally, the shining star, fetch xml builder. This is like an amazing tool. It's been there since decade. People have been using it. People like this tool. Here you can craft the fetch XML code using UI. Okay, so you can, in the UI, you can actually specify the table name, the attribute name, the condition, and it will automatically generate the fetch XML. And also beautifully, it will give you the output in the form of a table or a code or a JSON code. And there are many other things which you can perform within this fetch XML builder tool. So we'll go through some of the feature set. So let's jump into the demo. So for that, first you need to have a fetch XML like an XRM toolbox tool. So first install XRM toolbox, and then once you install XRM toolbox, then you can go into tool library and then install all the relevant fetch XML related tools. So what I do is like I go into tool library, and then in the search I just type in fetch XML, and then all the tool related to fetch XML may come if that is part of the title or a description. And once that is done, I can open the tool one by one. Now first I will pick up one of the tool like FetchXml Tester. Now, FetchXml Tester here, already I have put some XML code. Okay, now this is fetch, mapping is logical, entity name is account slash entity. So let me remove this mapping equal to logical and keep this a very simple fetch XML. So fetch, entity name is account, attribute name is name, and execute it. Now what happens once you execute it, will list down all the accounts within the account table. Now if I just want say only the top 5 record, I will say top equal to 5 and execute this fetch XML code, and I get only the 5 result. Similarly, if I want to change the table name, now one of the custom table which I have created is airlines. So the entity name is gcop underscore airlines, attribute name is, I think it's name. Let me execute it and see. And it says, oh no, error occurred. Gcop underscore airline entity does not contain attribute with name equal to name. So that means if you incorrectly specified the attribute name, it will throw you an error. Now let me say attribute name is airlines. Okay, so maybe gcop underscore airlines. Let me see if that is one of the column. It says no. Let's go into the table. So I'll go into the table and pick up say this one. Okay, name. Now let's see what is the logical name. So you go ahead, click on advanced option and see, oh, the name is gcop underscore name. You just copy that, go into the XRM toolbox tool, and actually specify the attribute name to be retrieved. So you are retrieving only the, say maybe let me retrieve say 7 items. Execute this, and then this is the output you get. Now once you start writing the fetch XML, maybe you may start like pressing enter, and then you might be uh, just like start putting something around the code. You can just type in attribute name. So let me do an attribute name equal to, I will just say gcop underscore email, if that is the column name. I'll just close this. Now, if I click on format XML, it will automatically format my code. So this is also one of the nice feature of this tool. Once you're done with the fetch XML request, then you just execute this, and then you get the output in a tabular format. So this is all about that fetch XML tester tool. Moving on to the next tool, fetch XML view record counter. Now here in this tool, this is a new tool which I'm showing you, fetch XML view record counter. If I load an entity, it will load all the record set. Now if I click on an airport, this is like the custom table which I have created. Now there are few views which are comes out of the box, like active airports, airport advanced find view. And as you see over here, the moment I click, this fetch XML changes, right? So that means for any view within the system, you can download the fetch XML. Okay, so if you want to have this fetch XML, you can copy this and then put it in your VS code, and then you can further process this fetch XML code and then customize it as per your need. Similarly, if I go into airlines, I can see all the out of the box view, and also this is a custom view which I created, like aircrafts and staff. Now this is the view which I created, and if you want to see all this information, yes, you can go ahead and view this information. If I click on execute count, then if the fetch XML has an error, it will give you an error occurred, duplicate attribute found. If it's a very simple fetch XML, then it will give you the output very clearly. Like say if I go into say all accounts, and it will start running this, and then it will give you, okay, total records is 296. So the fetch XML query needs to be in a proper format for this execute count to work. Here there is an option to format the XML. So if you do some changes over here, like I'm just disturbing the format, I can click on format XML, and then this will automatically format. So this is also one of the feature set of this particular tool. Let's move on to the third tool, data migration using fetch XML. Now I'm not going to demonstrate this. What essentially this tool is, you just need to click on browse, point it to the XML file where you have the fetch XML code for like this is like the logs path where you want to store the logs. Add fetch XML from here. You can like fetch add the XML. Like if I let me see if I have a fetch XML code. So I have this fetch XML simple code. I will go ahead and paste this here, or maybe alternatively I can specify the XML file, click on OK, and then it will see, it will add that in the record set. I can also specify the log path, and once I'm happy with it, this, if I click on transfer data, that will be transferred to the target instance. But for that, you need to select the target instance. Now when you select the target instance, it may ask you to log in to the target interface. So that's about transferring data from one environment to another. Moving on to the fourth tool, FetchXML Builder. This is one of the top tools which being used by most of the developers. Now, how this tool works is like you click on new query to new tab, then it will give you a new tab. You specify which entity you want. You just click on this entity and then you can pick and choose whatever entity you want. Now, let me select the entity named as, say, airport. I'll click on airport, and then I will say I want not fetch top 50, but I just want 5 records. And this is like a simple query. And I have an option to select an attribute as well. I don't want to get all the attribute. I'll click on attribute, and here in the attribute I can specify what do you want. So I have an airport code, I have a city, so let me pick airport code, then add another attribute, so add attribute, and then I will select city, and then this city is a lookup. And all, once you're done with this code, you just click on execute, and then your fetch xml code will get executed. The output is shown in a JSON format, but you can just always say view result type grid view, and then it will show you in a grid fashion. Now you can also see the fetch xml code, so view fetch xml, and then this is a fetch xml code which you can see. And alternatively, as in when you add or remove items from here, like if I just say instead of top 5 show me top 7, automatically the fetch xml code will get updated depending on the change you make. If you want to get a distinct, you can specify distinct, total record count, and all those things, everything you can perform in the UI. So I'm going to cover this in a separate video, but then this is just like a high level introduction of different tools that are available as a part of XRM Toolbox regards to fetch xml. Thanks for watching.